Drive.
Hello.
I need you. Was there a radio?
Crane.
What's the radio?
What the hell is happening here, Crane, man?
Oh, people are sloppy.
By people, you mean me?
Not necessarily. I mean, are you the only one with keys to your house?
No.
Well,
How is
I
it?
can't necessarily mean you, can I?
How is just a key like enough to raid?
Well, I think the argument is that
He could have
as
stored
we
stuff
would
there.
search all of someone's properties
Yeah.
for other things that they were already found with, then you would include houses they have access to as part of that.
But wouldn't that count every business you work at as well then?
No, I don't think. I think a house is a little different.
Oh, really? Surely you'd have to find some sort of connection with the house in question if they don't own it. Like, for example, doing cop work and maybe sitting outside the house and maybe, seeing someone go in and out of the house. Surely
I don't
Surely
entirely disagree. But this is something that, is kind of new. I mean, the PD only got access to those lists of keys recently with the infrastructure in the MDW. And it's interesting to try to work out, how things fit. In this case, the issue is...
You want keys to my house, brother?
The issue now is kind of... It's hard because if it was just keys to a house and there were no other connections of like past incidents or there were no other factors to the search and seizure warrant, then yeah, like anything else, that would have got shut down.
But it didn't.
But from what I understand, there's some other. Well, I'm not talking about the physical location. I'm talking about the key holders themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like a don't shit where you eat, except it's a don't store drugs and guns in the places that are in your names kind of deal.
I mean, I get that, but like, the thing is with me, right? My house gets locked down. I don't get told anything. I ask for a warrant. I don't get told anything. They raid me. I don't get told anything. And no one calls me. No one updates me. No one tells me what's going on. I don't even, I wake up, my house is just locked down somehow.
Unfortunately for you, I think you're too good at what you do.
What do you mean?
Well, if you were a little worse at what you do,
they'd tell us.
Then they would probably be less worried about telling you.
Yeah, but isn't it like don't you have to show someone a warrant before you even like raid or like, isn't it my right to see a warrant in my own house?
So there's something called a Hobbs ceiling, and in cases where there's an extreme risk to like public safety or the officers carrying out the raid or
I just withdrew money.
like witnesses or any of the above, right? They can request that as well as a night search, which is in effect a sealing, but instead of the content of the warrant, it's the sort of execution date and all that.
Okay. But like, okay, so Jalen got raided, right? And he had one bag of meth with him that linked to someone else having like meth on them or whatever. So what? He has one key.
Mr. Bullet, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
If that's all that Jalen's told you, then you are grossly misinformed. And you need to have him maybe reconsider his assumptions. I'm telling you right now, the warrant would not be signed if it was one bag of meth.
Okay, fair enough. But that's the problem. No one has told me anything. I asked even cops.
I totally get that, and that's
so the only thing I can believe is what one person is telling me, right?
I totally hear you. It is a very difficult situation. All I can tell you is that I can assure you that it would not have been signed if that was the extent of the story.
I mean, fair enough, Jalen getting raided, but so like, just so I know for the future, anyone that has a key to my house that is getting raided will get my house raided, pretty much.
That is being discussed.
But what do you mean it's being discussed?
In fact, I'm emailing a senator now talking about it.
Now it's being discussed and they're going to change it.
That's some fucking horseshit right there.
Wait.
That's horseshit.
So just having a key may not be, I guess we just got fucked, right? It's just like...
It's never just that. The question is, where is the line? Where is the line, basically, is the point.
if I was thinking, right? If I
number
saw
of variables.
yeah, if I saw Jalen, all right, and Randy Bullock, they shared a house together, all right. Now, whatever Jalen's doing with his meth, there's no link to that house. However, if I was a cop, I'd put either a camera down or like I just wait to see Jalen come out of that house, because you know the property, you know if Jalen's around. All you have to do is wait a bit, do some cop work, and then find that link. And then once you found that link, then surely that's enough, right? But there is no link. They just assumed, you know. And I thought you need like probable cause, not just he may have just be using that as a storage. Like if Jalen owns a house, fair enough. If you see Jalen actually like go in the house, there's the link right there. If you see Randy and Jalen like outside the house, a link right there. But like one fucking key that anyone can hold, it shouldn't be enough for you to just go out and just raid the whole property. I
Like a
feel like.
ghost town right now, huh?
I guess that's what you're saying is being discussed, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just sucks that I guess we just got the end of it.
Well, it's, there are, like, look, I'll tell you this. There are so many variables and so many coincidences and things that occur when it comes to, like, subpoenas and search warrants and investigations you would not believe. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, okay? I was doing a subpoena one time for someone who was, like, a drug trafficking on bail.
Yeah.
And they agreed to have their records checked. I check in their phone, and I find a picture
I want to see if my house is
of
still on
River
lockdown.
Cheever, who
Oh, yeah,
was
me
on
too,
bail,
actually.
and part of her conditions was
He
to
goes
not
first.
be at the Alta Street Apartments. I found a picture of her texting
I
the individual
can
from the
do
drug
that.
trafficking case a selfie of
Yeah.
her standing in front of the apartments on the day when she was on bail, and she texted her explaining how she was still doing shit and the cops don't know, they're so dumb. And then from there, I also found out from a bank subpoena that
Yeah.
River was pretending to be someone else, and
Yeah.
she had given a false name at a traffic stop using a disguise, and the officer fined the wrong person. And I found confirmation of that through a bank subpoena unrelated. So River got her bail violated, got sent to jail, and lost her truck. I mean, she also got her bail violated and went back in for or her parole violated and went back in for like 7 years. And that was all just from texting a friend a selfie. So, the shit you would not believe that occurs. Look,
I mean, I get that, but like,
I don't.
but I didn't text. I don't do any of that shit, and like, there was nothing to link me to
You're not
Jalen.
the only. You're right, and that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
So, do we think that if Jalen is audacious enough to, get caught, does that transfer to you because you gave him a key to your house? And so it's balancing like the buyer beware, constructive possession. That's the other part, right?
Yeah.
Like you got this stash, and you got everyone in there. Like, do we want, do we think that that's fair and legal in the justice system?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to balance out, but these things are being talked about. I think in this case, you'll, I think, have probably a different opinion when you see the end result of how everything went down.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I just know for a fact there's nothing to connect me and Jalen. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate you're the only one who's actually spoken to me about anything. And also, like, why is it like when a cop locks down a house, they can just lock it down for 24 hours, just like out of nowhere? Why did it take them so long?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you without being a part of what's going on their side. It's a
really?
question I've asked, and
Yeah.
I've had my criticisms of the system, and
Yeah.
I've spoken with them about it.
Mhm.
But I don't have a perfect answer for you in this moment. It's part of the
Nah, I know,
ongoing
fair enough.
conversations.
All right. I mean,
you know.
use what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I've been saying it since the first search warrant I ever signed was don't,
You better. Why do they
shit
give
where you
like
sleep
search
kinda
warrants
deal.
to like? I mean, can you see the search warrant and then like? No, I'm not saying tell me, but like, could you? They told me that
so
a new judge is the one who signed it off.
Well, so I reviewed search warrant. It was rejected initially because the investigation wasn't there.
Yeah.
Some more evidence came to light after that. But by
Okay.
that time, I was going to bed. It was 2:00 in my head.
Fuck.
So I don't know what transpired after that. But I'm pretty confident based on, the things I read this morning that the probable cause was pretty good.
Even between the link between me and Jalen. Well, you're not sure about that because I don't really care how Jalen got
I
raided.
haven't looked. Okay, so I haven't looked into the most recent raids that occurred. All I
Okay.
know is the ones that happened like this morning.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Fucking time zones.
Yeah,
like
the one with Jalen.
8 hours ago, roughly.
Yeah. He got raided.
Those ones I was very confident on the PC. The two most recent ones, I've been dreaming in my apartment. I have no clue.
Could you do me this and maybe don't tell me like anything like what's in the warrant or anything, but just you personally, just like read the warrant for my house on Little Soul, and you just like personally think like you know if it was good or not. You don't have to tell me anything.
No, I hear you.
I just respect like your opinion as a judge over like a new one. You know what I mean? So I feel like it would just be more valuable if just like you read it and just saw what happened. And if you agree with it, then I mean fair enough. Then I'll be like, all right, I'll put my hands up. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll after I do the bail, I'll take
Yeah.
a look.
I appreciate it, Crane. Thank
We
you
got
so much.
bail in like 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
you there. I assume.
Bye. All right, at least he talked to us. Yo.
Oh, you done on the phone?
Yeah, my bad. I was just talking to Crane. Our houses are empty, Vinny. You seen?
Yep, everything's gone. I'm gonna go take my Range Rover out of the. We're coming back right now.
Yeah, come back to Little Soul.